You lie.
Kahalal Yahweh Ba'Shem HaMashiach wa Malak Yahweh Shai. Last time we was out here, man, we was discussing with a brother, man, could be Northern Kingdom, was saying pretty much like that it was the cross this brother had on the idolatry, and he was like, man, well, what about the finished works of the cross? Saying that there was a significance in the cross. So we're gonna go into that. Let me get you got John 19:30. Starting verse 29.
This is the book of John, chapter 19 and verse 29. Now there was set a vessel full of vinegar, and they filled a sponge with vinegar, and put it upon hyssop, and put it to his mouth. When Yahushua therefore had received the vinegar, he said, "It is finished."
What did he say?
It is finished. And he bowed his head and gave up the ghost.
So you got, man, Christ right here giving up the ghost, man. He said, "It is finished." So a lot of people like to put a spin on what they feel like this means. Some may say, "Hey, well, that's Christ, man. He nailed all the sin to the cross, and now it's finished. He conquered it. So now that means, hey, man, we get to do whatever. Like we get to sin because that price has already been paid. Man, let me get Matthew 5:17. What does it mean by "it is finished"?
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5, and verse 17. Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I come not to destroy, but to fulfill.
But to what?
But to fulfill.
So I would like to say that something being finished and being fulfilled could be synonymous. But what does that exactly mean? Keep going.
For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall no in no wise pass from the law to
Pass
all
from
be
the what?
from the law to
So
all be fulfilled.
If one jot and one tittle in no way is going to be taken from the law, then that means that can't be what was finished. That can't be what was fulfilled. Keep going.
Verse 16. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
So even if you break the least of the commandments, we will be considered the least. So Christ saying that it is finished, or him fulfilling, because what a lot of people like to say is, well, it says the law was fulfilled, but it didn't say that. So read it one more time. Read 17 again.
Verse 17. Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you.
So if you say, it says, or the prophets, I am come not to destroy, comma. They like to put it all together, and they like to say to fulfill the law, but it never says that. He said, I came not to destroy, comma, but to fulfill. They say to fulfill the law. Where is that at? Right. Let me get Acts 3 and 18.
Man, that's why I was just looking for that. I was like, I knew it's
I'm at it right now.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Hey,
I mean, if
man.
he got it, I ain't you.
So you can grab it. Let me get
Oh, okay. This is what we want to start at.
just bring it out. Just 18 by itself.
This is Acts 3 and 18. But those things which God before had showed by the mouth of all his prophets, that Christ should suffer, he has so fulfilled.
He has so for what?
Fulfilled.
So the suffering is what he fulfilled. So if he said it is finished, but hey, did it say that the law was finished? No. And there's so many prophecies that still gotta be fulfilled. And there's so many things that happened that hasn't. So what was finished? Let me get you started Acts 20. I mean Luke 22. Luke 22. Let me get Luke 24. Matter of fact, you already, but just grab Luke 24 first. Yeah. Matter of fact, just get 22 first and just read them over. You can start in verse. Start in 13.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 22 and verse 13. And they went and found as he had said unto them, and they made ready the Passover. And when the hour was come, he sat down, and the 12 apostles with him. And he said unto them, with desire I have desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer.
Before what?
Before I suffer. For I say unto you, I will not any more eat thereof, until it be fulfilled.
Until it be what?
Until it be fulfilled in the kingdom of Yahweh.
So, man, you got them making ready the Passover, and he saying, man, hey, y'all get ready, man, because I'm finna suffer, and it's about to be fulfilled. Hold on, keep going on that.
And he took the cup and gave thanks and said, take this and divide it among yourselves. For I say unto you, I will not drink of the fruit of the vine until the kingdom of Yahweh shall come.
He said, man, look, I ain't gonna pull up just right now with y'all, man. Next time I pull up with y'all in this yard, man, it's gonna be in the kingdom. Keep going.
And he took bread and gave thanks and brake it and gave unto them, saying, this is my body, which is given for you. This do in remembrance of me. Likewise, also the cup after supper, saying, this cup is the New Testament in my blood.
So he's giving a representation of them breaking bread. He said, man, hey, this is my body that I'm giving up for the nation. Hey, and this cup right here, man, this is my blood that's about to get spilled. Jump to verse 36.
Verse 36. Then said he unto them,
35.
Verse 35, and he said unto them, when I sent you without purse and scrip and shoes, lacked ye anything?
He said, man, I had sent y'all out, man. Y'all boys lacking? Do y'all think it's something that we need right now? Keep going.
And they said nothing. Then said he unto them, but now that he hath a purse, let him take it, and likewise his scrip, and he that hath no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one.
And he said, hey, man, if y'all boys lacking right now, man, go sell your J's and go get a strap, because it's finna go down. Keep going.
For I say unto you that this that is written must yet be accomplished in me. And he was reckoned among the transgressors.
He said, what is written of me, man, is about to happen. So I need y'all boys to get ready, man. Don't be lacking at this time, because the thing that was written is about to happen. Keep going.
For the things concerning me have an end. And they said, Lord, behold, here are 2 swords.
He said, the thing concerning me have an end. And we know it's not the end of Yahushua, but it's certain things that's about to be finished. Certain things that's about to be fulfilled that's coming to an end. Now jump to 24. Let me get Isaiah 53 from the top. Go to where it's highlighted. What's the next page? It's like, give me this right here.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 24, and verse 44. And he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled which were written in the law of Moses, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me. Then opened he their understanding, that they might understand the scriptures.
So he let them know, man, like, all these things that was written concerning me, that's the things that I'm teaching. That's the things that I'm trying to go. I'm teaching grace right now, because that's going to come through the fulfillment of prophecy by me dying. So we can see by these precepts, and when it says, it is finished, he was talking about all the prophecies that were spoken of him, of his suffering, and him dying for us, right? Let me get Isaiah 53 from the top.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 53 and verse 1.
So, going back to what we was talking about last weekend, he was saying that there was significance in the cross. No, it's not significance in the cross.
That's right.
The whole thing about it was the cross represents death. That's what he had to go through. And it's what we got to do also as bearing our cross. We all got to, hey, but it's going to be some brothers that ain't going to see the devil. When my brother just brung out. Hey, through it for what he paved the way for us. Bring that out.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 53 and verse 1.
Let me get
Who hath believed our report, and to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground.
So this is the prophet Isaiah talking about Christ who was soon to come, and how it's going to be when he gets to earth. Keep going.
He have no form nor comeliness, and when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire. Verse 3. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows, and acquainted with grief, and we hid as it were our faces from him.
And if you read that Luke 22, and that's when he had the brothers with the swords watching him while he go pray, and he was saying, man, like, hey man, you can take this cup. Hey, please, hey, take this cup if it be your will, but if not, hey, well, let your will be done. Now, he didn't want to have to go take that lick, but he had to. He understood that he had to bring his flesh. Hey, he didn't, you got to think about it. He just pulled up to Yon and said, I'm finna spill my blood. Just think about that. Now his flesh in him, he like, man, it gotta be spilled. And it said that he was gonna be a person of grief. It said in Luke 22 that he was sweating blood. He was going through it. Right. Keep going on that. A man of grief, a man of sorrow.
And acquainted with grief. And we hid as it were our faces from him. And he was despised. And acquainted with grief, and we hid as it were our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he hath borne our griefs, and carried our sorrows. Yet we did esteem him stricken, and smitten of Yahweh.
So we esteem him. Hey, you got multiple accounts when brothers, man, they knowing the prophecy of Christ dying for the nation, and they like, man, hey, man, thank God he had to take the lick for us, man, because, man, I was hoping he was the one. Hey, you might as well deliver him up, man, because look, hey, we need this as a nation. Whole time we esteeming him to be stricken. And for you, fast forward 2,000 years later, to give more significance to the cross, to the way that he died, over the actual action that what he's doing. Hey, that's crazy. That's blasphemous. Keep going.
And smitten of Yahweh and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions.
He was wounded for what?
Our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. With his stripes we are healed.
Hey man, he had to get chastised for our peace, man. Keep going.
With his stripes we are healed. All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned every one to his own way. And the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all. He was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before her shears is dumb. So he opened not his mouth. He was taken from prisons and from judgment. And who shall declare his generation? For he was cut off out of the land of the living.
Now you can stop right there. So man, you got Christ being called that lamb led to the slaughter. Just like how we are sheep led to the slaughter. Just like sometimes I think about it, man. Hey, the best piece of lamb, the best lamb, you gotta think about it. People don't eat grown lamb or grown sheep. We only eat the lamb because it's tender, because it's better for us. So we sacrificing the baby of something just for our own pleasure. Think about it, it's the same way it was for Christ. A perfect, unblemished lamb. Bring that out in Exodus.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 12 and verse 3. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb.
What we gonna take?
Every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers.
Man, it's commanded for us to get that lamb. Keep going.
A lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your account for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish. A male of the first year, ye shall take it out from the sheep.
So this that foreshadowing right here. This is the customs, our heritage of keeping Passover. That all the way from in Egypt, our people was doing the righteous acts of something to come, which is Christ that lamb. Keep going.
Or from the goats, and ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month. Okay. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening, and they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts.
So how is the blood of the lamb protecting the people, right? The same blood of the lamb that's covered us right now.
Right.
Man, this is foreshadowing. Keep going.
And on the upper doorposts of the houses, wherein they shall eat it, and they shall eat the flesh in that night.
It's the same way how we could grow up with our grandma and she like, man, I plead the blood of Jesus on my family. I plead the blood of Jesus on this house. Man, and that's what they was doing. Right. They was putting the blood of the lamb. They didn't know that was representing Christ's blood at that time. Keep going.
Roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire his head with his legs, and with the purtenance thereof. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning.
So we talk about all of this about his suffering and how the representation of what he had to go through is why we got grace to this day. But how could you take all of that, his suffering, and then put that on a symbolism? A symbolism that means death. Even going back into Egyptian culture, you know, you got the ankh, right? The ankh is supposed to represent life. You got the shaft, and then you got the opening at the top. We know what that is. And that's supposed to represent life. So if you got two shafts, what does that make?
Yeah.
Nothing. It makes death. So that symbolism on that cross, man, I ain't gonna lie, them just two rods. Right. Symbolism that no life can come out of that. And that's what, brothers, is crazy. And that's that death. And that's when you go into the etymology of the cross in the scripture, it just represents the grave, it represents death. The burdens, the things that we gotta go through. So it's no significance. Like, there is significance on the way that he died in his suffering, but we don't praise, man. You got people, man, literally, man, I got, it's a Issacharite brother. We be cutting this big saw at work, and they got big blades on him, and before every time he handle that thing, he do, like, that's for the save. Like, that's how much it's been seared into our brain. Brother was arguing us down about the cross. He's talking about the finished work, but what about the finished work of the cross? Well, we know it was the work that he did. It was a suffering. Bring out that, let me get John 11. You get John 11, because I don't know exactly what verse.
And he was suffering long before he got up there. Just
yeah.
how he was being tormented in his mind.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So he suffered before then.
Man, he been, man. It said he was a man of grief and sorrow.
And that's the thing, too, like, you know, somebody, Yahushua, he's risen, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's only half the,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying, the completed works. You know what I'm saying? So I would rather be focused on. Right.
Exactly. So it was only certain part that was finished. That's that. I guess Corinthians 15:1, where Christians love to go about what they think the gospel is. That's just part of it. You got John. You get John 11. Let me see exactly what I want. You can start in verse. Start in verse 48.
This is the book of John, chapter 11, and verse 48. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation.
So, man, you got this big old, conversation, this big dispute about, man, what we gonna do about, man, this guy Yahushua, man. He's stirring up some ruckus, bro. He's stirring up. If we keep on letting him stir up all this trouble. Look,
He got turned up. He been waiting on it.
Bro. Hey, but think about it, bro. This is the people that Christ suffered for, bro. This is what we got. He gave us liberty for this, bro. To be jigging, man. Jigging outside with a little pocket rocket. Man.
The level of love you gotta have for that.
Man, and then you got wisdom crying out right now in the streets, bro. This is what he doing, bro. That's crazy. Yeah. Now you keep going on that.
What up, bro?
And then it says, and one of them, named Caiaphas, being the high priest that same year, said unto them, ye know nothing at all, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not.
And he was like, man, look, Y'all worried about all this controversy that he's stirring up because y'all don't want to lose y'all place and y'all high rankings and what we got going on, which is just a piece of really what we deserve. But man, y'all don't understand, man. It's expedient for this man to die for us. Just think about that, though. The scapegoat. You know what I mean? Christ was literally a scapegoat, man. The lamb. And he like, man, look, if y'all knew what was good for y'all, man, y'all let this thing play out. Yeah. Keep going.
And this spake he not of himself, but being high priest that year.